An ugly confrontation between police and protesters in Aurora now getting international attention. Police moved in on a group of people listening to a violin concert in memory of Elijah McClain, a young man who died at the hands of Aurora officers. But the city's interim police chief says the video recorded by journalists and the protesters does not tell the whole story.
So tonight they released a 3-minute clip of body camera video. It shows tension with the group and heavily armored officers. Now, in one example, protesters knock down a barrier, but it looks as if they stop when police tell them to. Jeff Todd has been reviewing this footage for us tonight. Jeff, the interim chief is defending her officers, but the video leaves things open to interpretation.
Karen, they put this out because for 2 days there have been countless videos online showing this aggression between protesters and the police. The interim police chief saying that those officers were there to defend the police headquarters because they had intelligence that agitators were going to try and rush the building.
For about 7.5 hours, it went perfectly. There were people here being heard, letting us tell us how they feel about the situation with Elijah.
Interim Chief Vanessa Wilson points to the protests safely taking to the streets and shutting down I-225.
We allowed them to march freely throughout the streets of Aurora, even onto the highway. We shut the highway down.
Just before dusk, things escalated between protesters and officers in riot gear.
Officers were struck with rocks, bottles. People had armed themselves with batons and sticks.
Stay back!
Those agitators dictated the use of force that we had to use because they were assaulting us. We weren't doing this because we wanted to. They dictated that movement.
Aurora Police released this edited video compiled from body cameras, including this officer getting hit with a water bottle and others concerned when a smoke canister was thrown back at them.
I thought it was a firework.
Chief Wilson says it was a beautiful day that ended badly.
I'm sure people that weren't actually grabbing that baton got pepper spray on them, but again, they were told many, many times to leave the area, and so they were in that position to be pepper sprayed.
One thing many of these protests are calling for is reform, and that is being heard. There were 2 separate town halls with elected officials tonight to discuss what kind of changes could be coming to Aurora and the state of Colorado. Also, tomorrow, the Aurora City Council will hold a special meeting so that they can have a conversation with the chief about that use of force. We're live in Aurora tonight. Jeff Todd covering Colorado First.
You've got to be kidding me. No! Oh, shit! You fucking
Austin! 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 That's a black line! Stop it! Stop it now! Oh my God! No! Stop! 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 What the fuck? Dare touch her! Don't you touch her! Don't you touch her! Do not touch me! I am standing! I am within my rights right here! Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Stop! What are you doing? These are children playing the violins! Why are you attacking children playing the violins? What is happening? This is insane!
It's the right to assemble. We know you hear me. I know you talk here. The right to assemble. Do you understand that? This is unconstitutional. unprofessional. What you guys are doing right now.
We are here peacefully. We're listening to violins.
Excuse me, officers, you're not allowed to.
We are here listening to children play the violin.
19, and she's out here talking about